I can take the dick off the table based upon my standard. You aren't gonna get hold of this dick if you ain't being the woman I need you to be. You need to realize that you need to cook, clean. You gotta understand that you're not the only woman. And if you can accept that, that's fine. That's just the beginning, because you gotta work hard for me, because I work hard for me. So that means if you get with me, it's not gonna be easy street, because I need to be satisfied, because it ain't no happy wife, happy life bullshit. It's happy Steve, happy Steve.
Being strong with self, understanding who you are, is the biggest defense to bitch ass weak men.
And there's no excuses for the men not to be strong. But see, there's so many forces. And then so many men are embracing weakness.
I can't stand weak men. Like, I don't like to talk to them. It's hard for me to talk to these losers. I've always been a winner at the winner's table.
You know, I believe it's a sin to impregnate a woman who can't raise a child, you know, or impregnate a woman who's not fit to be a mother. And I think we have a responsibility in what we see today in these weak ass little feminine boys.
I can't tell another man what to do, but I can't dress feminine. I can't wear nail polish. It's just something that I can't do. Why? Because if I'm walking down the street and somebody's having trouble with a flat tire, I want them to feel that they can come to me and ask me, hey man, could you help me out with this? Because those are the type of things that a man will help out with. So I need to look like a man so they can know where to come for help.
Yeah, it is such a thing as toxic masculinity in the minds of bitch ass motherfuckers.
Talk about masculinity, assertiveness, authenticity, transparency. How can a guy who's straight up and honest with what he does be toxic?
If the media can train you to think something bad about it, you hear the word and you want to instantly have a certain reaction. You stop thinking, you start feeling. And when people learn to think and feel and not think through their feelings, that's when they can evaluate a person holistically. And they can say, is this toxic masculinity, or did I just hear something I didn't like? And why did I not like it? And only let me go within myself to see why.
I don't never look at no motherfucker and say, oh, that's a toxic masculine motherfucker. I never ever had, I didn't even know. That was an invented concept from a weak motherfucker that was like, I'm just tired of this motherfucker trying to tell me what to do and bully you over me with this bullshit.
What's going to make you successful is just understanding who you are and getting your mind right and being happy with who you are. That is the thing that's going to really make you successful. Because after you get all the toys, after you get all these things going on, you've had sex with all the women you want to have sex with, you traveled all the places, you're still going to be you, and you're going to always come back to you.
Why do I do this? Why are we even doing this documentary? I want guys to be in the best position possible. There's no way that I'm raising my voice or calling you a bitch ass nigga because I'm trying to hurt your feelings. I'm calling you a bitch ass nigga because you're doing bitch ass nigga shit. And if you continue doing bitch ass nigga shit, you're going to end up in bitch ass nigga situations. You get what I'm saying? So when I call you a bitch ass nigga, trust me, it's because I love you.
Game Kings 2, the definition of man, is out right now. Click the link below or go straight to masculineidentity.com to get your copy today. Still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the women you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, the definition of game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Topsoil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Masculine Identity Soap. This luxurious, quality, high lather, high moisturizing, all natural bar soap has been handcrafted with care and consistency to provide a quality cleansing experience for self-care, focus, and productivity. Specially formulated for cold showers. Stay clean, gentlemen. Masculine Identity Soap.
Click the links below to get private one-on-one coaching sessions with Mr. Locario or Miles Cunningham to step up your game. These coaching sessions are designed to help you with your specific needs in the dating game. So make sure you click the links below right now so that you can step up your game today. Yo, 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 yo. What's good? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the motherfucking dating game. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building. Oh, man, we got a lot to talk about today. Today's title, we're talking about why it's what it really means when a woman is pulling back. You feel what I'm saying? We're going to go into this, and we're going to be talking about a YouTuber named The Single Guy. Some of y'all probably seen some of his videos. He's a dating coach also, and we're going to, dissect some of the stuff that he's saying. And before I get into that, remember, I am critiquing. This is not to make fun of motherfuckers. Again, I got to say that because, dudes just be in their feelings. I don't want niggas to be in their feelings. I want y'all to understand these are teachable moments, people. You got to understand that. It is hot as shit in here. You already see me sweating like a motherfucker. I got the air conditioner and the fan on, and it's still hot in this motherfucker. But anyway, so before we get into all the stuff, make sure that you guys go to CunninghamElements.com. Make sure you do that. Get the soap. Get the masculine identity soap.
Just do it.
Make sure you guys go get that shit cracking. Make sure you do that. Also, make sure you guys get the parfums at CunninghamElements.com. Make sure you guys go get that also. Also, make sure that you guys go to badboymembership.com. That's where you get 45 to 90-minute audio, video, dating advice every month. And right now in the Bad Boy membership, we have 10 ways to get women to prove they're interested in you. So make sure you guys do that. Also, make sure that you guys go to MasculineIdentityMembership.com because we have the summer sale where you get 99 cents for the first month. Just put in the code SUMMER so you guys can join the Masculine Identity membership to make that happen ASAP. You feel what I'm saying? And also, let me go and get this real quick. Make sure that you guys also go to shoplocario.com. Hold on, let me put that up there real quick so you guys can see this. Go to shoplocario.com. So you can get the online dating consultations with myself in April. Make sure you guys do that and get that shit cracking. Go to shoplocario.com. And also remember, go to shoplocario.com so you can get Master the Vetting Process. And remember, the Master the Vetting Process program is on discount price, right? It's on a discount price up until June 30th. So you guys have about, what, 9 days left? 9 days left to get the vetting process for the low price of $97, and is at a discount price until June 30th. So if you're not got it, go get it now. Also leave a review after you get it. And you definitely need to get this vetting process, because this show today I'm going to be showing you is going to show you exactly why it is important for you guys to vet women. It's going to show you exactly why you need to, get on your vetting game. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you make that happen. All right. So get that going. Now, let me pull up this video real quick. I'm going to pull up the video. Actually, we got two videos I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to pull up the video. One video is about, women pulling back. And the other video, he's going to be talking about how he got his ex back. I guess the one who was pulling back and all this other stuff. And we're going to get into that in a second, right? So let me pull this shit up real quick. You pull up, just join. Let me stop this screen right here. Let me pull up this one. Where we at? Boom. Let's do this one first. Let's pull that up. Get this shit going. Let me get it in the way that I need it to do. Hold on, let me do that. Boom, right there. Perfect. And let me make this bigger. Pause. So this is from the Single Guy YouTube channel. I think this dude name is Lloyd, if I'm not mistaken. Right. And again, remember, critiques, because I don't want to hear nobody crying. You feel what I'm saying? Because, listen, the reason why I say this is because, the truth, the reality of the game is very, very harsh. It's very, very cold. And I just don't, I just want people to be prepared for when I talk about these things. And you're going to also see what's going on and what he's saying in this video. So the title of his video is Women Always Pull Back at Some Point. Okay. So he's basically trying to say that at some point, the women that you deal with are going to pull back. But that's not true. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to break down why this is not so, and we're going to, get this shit cracking. So let's start and let's get it going. Here we go.
Women always pull back at some point, even if you're doing everything right. I mean, this happened in my own relationship. We went on our first date. We actually hooked up on the first date. And then it seemed like it was going well that week. And then I wanted her to come to this party that I was going to. It was it was over the weekend. And she just kind of ghosted me.
All right. So already he said that, women will pull back even if you're doing everything right. So the thing is, he didn't realize he wasn't doing everything right? Because he said that they hooked up, he invited her to some party, and then she ghosted him. She just, I guess, ignored him or whatever, right? So if you were doing everything right, why would she ghost you? Why would she ignore you? Now, also, when I teach you guys the vetting process, right? I teach you guys that when you first start fucking with women, that's why you guys should go to shoplocario.com, get master the vetting process, how to succeed in casual and long-term relationships. When you are vetting a woman, whether it's when you're dealing with a chick, you want to make sure that the first 3 months of dealing with a woman, right, should be casual, which means you should not be spending a lot of non-sexual time with a woman. She has to earn non-sexual time. When a woman doesn't earn non-sexual time, then she starts acting funny or feeling entitled. You understand what I'm saying? But let's continue. Let's continue to see what he's talking about.
She was saying she was kind of interested, but she was just slow to respond. And then she just never showed up. And now most of the time.
So she said she was slow to respond and she didn't show up. So if you're dealing with a woman and this woman supposedly likes you, why is she slow to respond and not showing up to where you're telling her to see you? But let's continue.
I would have thought that she wasn't interested, but I've been doing this for a while. And so I knew that just by being consistent, there's a chance she might go away, but there's also a pretty good chance she would stick around. And she did. And of course we've been together for 4 years now. So clearly, her pulling back wasn't a sign that, she was done with me. And I think.
See, now this is the problem. So people think that, we're together, so it's all good, or I smashed, so it's all good. No. See, just because you're with somebody, just because a woman is with you, don't mean she's with you. I don't want that to go over your head. I'm going to say it one more time. Just because a woman is with you doesn't mean she's with you. What does that mean, Locario? That means that just because a woman is there
doesn't mean she's actually on your program and about what you're about. It doesn't mean that she's actually following your lead. It doesn't mean that she's actually really fucking with you like that on some real shit, right? Because see, what happens is that a woman will pull back and sometimes come back to you, especially if you're going to be doing something serious, because she's settled for you. Why? Because if the woman pulls back in the first place, that means that she doesn't have high interest. And because she doesn't have high interest, that's why she's pulling back. And then what happens is that when she's pulling back, she's seeing other guys. But then if she's seeing other guys and she comes back to you, what does that mean? That means that she didn't find another guy who will have her, which is why she came back to you. But let's continue. We're going to keep it going.
I think a lot of guys need to understand that, you know, when a woman really likes you, even if she is still into you, she's not always going to be 100% consistent across the board.
Guys, again, this is why I tell y'all to go to shoplocario.com to get the master the vetting process, because if a woman is actually into you, she is going to be 100% consistent all across the board. You understand what I'm saying? See, when me and April got together, she was consistent across the board. You understand what I'm saying? There was none of this like I hit her up and then she was slow to respond and she was ignoring me and then she ghosted me. None of that shit happened. But let's continue.
Now, if you've been trying to make plans with this person and they haven't showed up, then obviously that's a time for you to move on to somebody else. But
hold on, let me answer Thomas. He says sometimes they pull back to gauge your interest level. No, they do not. A woman pulls back because she is not highly interested in you. Because if a woman's highly interested in you, she wants to make sure that you like her. So if she pulls back, you might say, fuck that bitch and never talk to her again. So if a woman really likes you, right? If a woman really likes you, check this out, and she wants to be with you, why would she risk you saying fuck off by her ghosting and pulling back? Guys, you're not understanding this shit. See, when a woman is feeling you, she's thinking about you. She wants to be with you all the time. She wants to be with you more than you even want to be with her. All that other shit happens. But let's take a call real quick. 612 was popping. Who this?
Hey, what's up? This is Tim. I sent 20 to your Venmo.
All right, that's what's up.
Free calls.
That's what's up.
4 free calls. Thomas C. I know he had a question yesterday. He should call up.
I agree.
But anyways, yep.
That's what's up, man. Yes, sir. Appreciate the donation. So guys, we got 4 free calls. So make sure you guys call up and get this shit cracking. Appreciate you, fam. All right. So let's continue. Let's keep it going.
What you need to understand is that all women pull back at some point in time during the relationship. It doesn't matter if you've done all of the right things. And by the way, I don't want you to think about doing the right things. I want you to think about doing the things that you want to do. But, you know, when it comes to like a relationship progression, I've seen it happen in some of my friends as well too. But most of all, I've seen it happen with a lot of my clients. A lot of my clients will get nervous at one point in time that they feel like their girl's pulling away. And then I'll look at everything that's going on and I'm like, dude, you're fine. This is.
So you gotta listen. You gotta listen to the verbiage also and what's being said. So he's saying that, you know, all the women will pull back at some point. A lot of his clients, you know, this happens to them. But also notice what he said. He said, you know, your girl. When is she your girl? Now, when you're looking at it objectively, no girl is actually your girl, even when y'all are together. But I'm just saying, let's say your girl in the context of this being your girlfriend. So he said that he met his girl, they hooked up on the first night, and then the next week he was trying to invite her to a party or something like that. So that woman was not his girl, right? In this situation, that was just a girl he was fucking with. So I'm sure his clients have girls they're just fucking with, but they're looking at it as this is my girl. Now, again, I'm gonna pull it back real quick. Notice what he said.
Nervous at one point in time that they feel like their girl's pulling away. And
they feel like their girl is pulling away. Now, this might seem like I'm nitpicking, but you also have to understand the language exposes you. The things that you're saying, right, is going to go into your mind, into your subconscious and make you think things are what it isn't. You see what I'm saying? So let's continue. Let's keep it going.
And then I'll look at everything that's going on and I'm like, dude, you're fine. This is exactly what was going to happen, even if everything was going perfectly, which it's going pretty well. The important thing here is to realize, number one, that women will always pull back. And number two, we're going to talk about.
Now, women will not always pull back. Women pull back when they are not highly interested. When women are interested, they're trying to fucking get more time and attention. They're trying to see what's up with you. They're waiting at the phone for your call or text. You understand what I'm saying? See, women pull back when they have medium to low interest in you. That's why they're pulling back. Because they're not highly interested. You understand what I'm saying? Let's continue.
Why they pull back. So when a woman is with a guy and things are going really well, a lot of times women are thinking a lot farther ahead than men are. They're thinking about the relationship. And yes, they are thinking about possibly marrying this person. Okay. So
No. Okay, let's break this down. So what happens is that usually when women meet a guy, they're thinking about him in one of two categories. Is this the guy I'm going to fuck now? Or is this the guy I'm going to, try to get to wife me up? Right? That's what's happening. Hold on. Let's take this call. 781. What's popping? Who this?
You can hear me?
Yes, sir. What's going on? Who's this?
What's going on, George? I'm taking a free call.
All right. What's up with you, man? So what's good?
What's going on? So you know how you talk about like how like a girl has to be useful for you, and like if she's not, then like, what's the kind of the point? I've been kind of thinking about, I'm like, at least for me personally, is like the only use that you could kind of subscribe to a girl is like you have to figure it out on your own, right? Because I'm thinking for myself, it's like I only really need a girl to really fuck, but outside of that, like it's not like you can tell me, oh, a girl's useful for this or a girl's useful for that. It's like I can only be the one to describe like what I need her to do, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, that was it. Because I saw a video earlier and you were talking about that, and I was like, damn. Outside of like fucking, I don't really have a use for a girl. But I'm young, so I'll probably
that's
come
what I'm
up with
saying.
something
But
later,
that's what I'm saying. The reason why you don't have any use for her outside of fucking is because you don't have a program. You see what I'm saying? So once you have a program, then you'll have more uses for the situation. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Well, would you say something like, so for example, like I'm getting my like money right, my personal finances and stuff. And I was thinking about it, I'm like, yo, like I'm investing now, but it's like, yo, if I invested, X amount of more, like, oh, I could, get to my goal of, X amount of money invested and stuff like that and be able to live off that. Like, could that be something where it's like, oh, like that, a girl could be useful where she could give me bread for that type of thing?
So you saying a woman giving you money to invest in some shit you're doing?
No, that's not like not invest into like what I'm doing, like just investing like in the market, like an S&P 500, like an index fund or something like that, right? So it's like, oh, like if I invest, $1,000 a month, can you hear me still?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good, you there?
Oh, I didn't know if it connected to Bluetooth. Hold on, let me turn that shit off. One sec. Like for example, I know like if I invest $1,000 a month, right? By the time I'm like 50, I'm gonna have X amount of money due to compounding and stuff like that, right? But now in my head, I'm like, yo, if I could get a chick, right? Let's say she's my girl and she gives me an extra 1,000, actually like 2,000, and we combine our finances, that we can get to that goal a lot quicker and then enjoy ourselves a lot quicker. So could that be like an example of a girl being useful for you?
Yeah, that's an example. You know what I'm saying? But you still you got to make sure that you're at the level to know what you're doing in that context. You see what I'm saying?
Fair.
So that's an example, but that would mean you that's a far off situation and just
that's
you
far off compared to where I'm at.
Exactly. But that's the point, is that the more that you understand yourself, what you want, what you're trying to do in your life in general, you fit women into those things to help you with those things and those other aspects of your life. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you're gonna have to have your own shit kind of going off, and it's like, oh, all right, well, it's literally like business. What the fuck, yo? This shit's literally like business, bro. Damn, that's wild.
All right, brother.
Yeah,
I appreciate the call, fam. Yes, sir.
All
right, peace. All right, so hold on. What was I doing? Okay, cool. I think 408 was trying to call, so call back 408, and we will continue this thing. What did I just put like water on my fucking hat? Anyway. All right, let's continue this. Let's keep it going.
So a lot of things are going on in their head. But most of all, what's happening is they need to gather information about how he's going to react to certain situations. So this may be a conscious, or more than likely it's an unconscious test that, you know, she's going through.
Let me see. 408. 408. What's popping? Who this?
Hey, this is Matt from Sacramento.
What's going on? Are you taking a free call or you donating?
Oh, this is a free call. Sorry.
All right. So what's going on with you?
Yeah, so this is actually a perfect timing for what you're talking about. So I was messing with this girl, right? Long story short, for about a year at my work. First time we went out, it was okay, but nothing really gone on. Second time, she kind of shot me down, but now I finally got with her. And so I'm a little skeptical because, you know, she basically, you know, had 2 chances with me earlier and it didn't work out. But now I'm getting every green flag. Like, she's initiating sex. She's paying for stuff. She wants to see me all the time. So I'm not really sure, like, is this real? Like, is this actual high attraction or what is this?
So wait, hold on. Let's rewind. So you said this is a woman you were working with? A girl at your job?
Yeah.
Okay, a girl at your job. And how long you known her for?
For about a year.
Okay, so you known her for a year. And so y'all started, so when did you start dealing with her?
So yeah, at the beginning of that year when I knew her, I met her in the library, in the elevator, introduced myself. It kind of hit off. And then she reached out to me like, hey, do you want to go to a happy hour? I was like, sure, no problem. You know, let's do it. And I took it as like very platonic, but I think in her mind it was a date.
So wait,
and I went on it with her.
So hold on.
Go ahead.
So you met the first day you met her, she invited you to go out?
Well, that was a couple weeks later, but that's how I introduced myself.
Okay.
And that's how we knew each other in the office.
Okay.
That day.
So now from the time you met to the time she asked you out, what happened? Were you flirting with her? Were y'all talking? Like, what was going on throughout those weeks before she asked you to go out?
Nothing. I just kind of kept to myself. I didn't really want to, you know, introduce myself and then start being all over her. So I just kind of kept my distance.
Okay. So then she randomly just ran up to you and said, hey, what you doing after work? Let's go out. Like shit like that.
No, like team message.
A what?
Teams message, like chat.
Okay, so
work chat.
So she just sent you that text and said, let's go out.
Yeah.
And
right.
And y'all were never having any communication before that.
Correct.
Okay. So then she said, let's go out. So y'all went out, and then what happened?
So I took it very platonic. Like, I didn't think she was like interested in me. So I didn't really try to do anything. I didn't make any moves. But at the end of the day, I just kind of randomly was like, so, you know, are you doing the whole online dating thing? You know, how's that going for you? And then she said, yeah, she was dating here and there. But then she was like, but, you know, if you're interested, me and you can go on a date.
So then she said to you that you and her could go on a date. What did you do?
So I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, I was kind of caught off guard by it because I thought we were just friends.
Okay.
So I was a little flustered by it.
All right. And then so now you go on a date, and what happened on the date?
So we ended up not going on the date. So I fucked up. I was a little too eager. So I think like the next day.
How'd you fuck up? What happened?
Yeah. So once she said, yeah, hey, how about me and you can go on a date? You know, that thing. The next day, I texted her. I was like, hey, why don't you just come over? You know, we can chill or whatever. And then she responded saying, you know, I would rather go out and do something, blah, blah, blah. And then after that, I never text her again.
Okay. And then,
so that's how the first time it ended.
Okay. And then so how did it pick back up again?
So this is maybe 3-4 months later. I was in the office walking by her and she was giving me choosing signals. She would like stare at me, look at the ground, stare back at me. Like she just kept checking at me every time I walked by. And so then I hit her up in the team chat messenger thing, the direct message at our work.
Right.
I was like, hey, you know, you interested in, or like, I think it was like, hey, how you doing? How are things going? She was talking about she was stressed at work. And I was like, oh, well, maybe you should, you know, do something fun. You know, maybe we can go to the arcade sometime or whatever. And she was cool with that. And then I texted her when I got home. You know, I sent her a message because I had her number before and I deleted it. And so I got it again from her and I messaged her, you know, text her at home on her direct phone. And then I said something that I guess pissed her off. I don't know, but I was like, something like, you know, you're cute in your own way. And then she took it, she responded, she's like, you know, that's kind of a weird backhanded compliment. And then I thought she was joking, and I don't remember what I said. And then she's like,
Okay, so
well, you
now-
know
so
what? We
now-
don't need a date.
So then she said, we don't need a date?
Yeah,
Okay.
after that.
Okay, so then what happened after that?
So after that, like 3 or 4 months later, she matched with me on online dating, and then I had a picture of my tattoo on there that was visible, and then she's like, "Oh, I didn't know you had it. I didn't know you just got a tattoo."
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then she was like, we had a little bit of back and forth, and then she was like, "Hey, you know, we don't need to text and talk on here. You could just message me." But I deleted her number, and I was like, you know, actually, why don't you text me? And then I put my number there.
Okay, so now,
and apparently,
hold on. So caller. So fast forward to the part where y'all actually got together and hooked up or whatever.
Okay, so then it's pretty much right there. Like right when I told her to text me, a little bit of back and forth, and then I was like, you know, what day are you free? She's like, I can do Sunday. Cool. But then Friday night, so this is like Thursday, I think. But Friday night, I go out, I go on a date. It doesn't really go well. I text her, she texts me like before my date. She's like, hey, I'm watching, you know, Friday the 13th. Why don't you come watch it with me, with a little demon emoji? So, but I was like, you know, I'm busy right now. I can't do it. You know, maybe I'll text you later tonight. So I do my date. Date doesn't go out that great. I text her, hey, you know, what are you doing? You want me to, you know, you want to meet up or whatever? We meet up she tells me to meet up at a place near her place, some bar that's like walking distance. We go there. She sees me. The sexual chemistry seems to be on. Like she sits right next to me. She puts her knee right against my knee. Pretty soon she's putting her hand on my thigh. I'm putting my hand on her thigh. I kiss her on the neck. And then at some point I'm like, you ready to get out of here? She's like, yeah. And then we walk, you know, 2 blocks to her place. Then we get it on. And then now she's just all about me.
Okay,
she's texting me all the time. She's calling me all the time.
Hold on. When did this sex happen? When did this happen?
It was that night.
No. When? This happened yesterday, 2 months ago? When?
Oh, so from now, it'd probably be like 3 weeks ago.
So 3 weeks. So it took you damn near a whole year to get some sex from a woman who was leading you and who was resisting you.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm. That's why I'm very skeptical, because the last 2 times it was medium to low interest.
So no, it still is medium to low interest. So what I'm saying is, what is this thing where she's all over you now? What happened?
So now we've so that was 3 weeks ago. Since then, I meet up with her like once a week, and then she wants to initiate. Like, I'm not even that much in the mood for sex, but she wants sex like right away.
So you had sex with her 3 more times after that?
Yeah, every time I see her, she wants sex from me.
Right. So
she's like horny for me.
So she's using you for sex.
But she wants my time and attention too. And she buys me lunch, she buys me dinner, she buys weed whenever I go over.
So call it, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, why did it take a year?
So I asked her, like, hey, what happened those other few times? So the second time when I said, you know, about going to the arcade and, you know, you're cute in your own way, blah, blah, blah. And then she supposedly got mad. She said that she was hooking up with another coworker at the time. And so she was maybe interested in me, but I lost out, I guess.
Call her. Do you see why? Do you see why you're losing now? You basically had a woman lead you the entire time. Then she kept resisting you. You kept chasing her. Then you gave this woman dick after a year of her doing the back and forth with you. And now you actually think she's all about you. What are you talking about? What is she all about?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. I mean, you know, going on past history, I should assume, okay, she had low interest the 2 times. Why this 3rd time it's high? So that's why I'm suspicious of it.
Right, but
I'm very suspicious of it.
What I'm saying is, all you have is a situation where a woman who is settling for you is throwing you pussy. That's basically what your situation is.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
But it seems very high interest though, to where these are green flags.
No,
okay.
but this is what you're not understanding. What you're not okay, think about it like this. Think about it like this, right? Let's say I am, I'm hungry, right? And and you own a restaurant. You understand what I'm saying? And you're like, hey, come into my restaurant. And I'm like, nah, I don't really want to eat your food. Right? But I'm hungry.
Okay.
Right? But I'm refusing to eat your food. Right? So now I'm like, I don't want your food. I need to go and find better food. You understand what I'm saying? So now I go to try to find better food. This store over here is closed. It's turning into midnight. All these other stores are closing. Your store's 24 hours, but I don't really want your food. But then I go around to all these other stores. I go to this other store. They just ran out of food. So now I'm like, fuck, I'm starving. And I come back to your restaurant and I say, all right, fuck it. I'll take some whatever you got. You understand what I'm saying? That's what she's doing. So what I'm saying is she's settling for you because whatever else she had in the situation is not available to her. Does that make sense?
I see.
You see what I mean?
So she's just playing the part well then.
No,
but I shouldn't believe it.
Right. What I'm saying is she's using you for whatever she can use you for at the moment because she doesn't have better options in this situation. And she knows how much that you like her. So she's like, fuck it, I'll just do it.
But I don't really like her though.
Bro,
I actually don't really like her that much.
Nigga, you fucked her after a year. You like her.
Well, I gave her a couple chances. I wasn't like chasing her all year.
That's what I'm saying. You gave her a couple of chances. You only supposed to give a woman one chance. One.
I see.
So if you give a woman more than one, she knows you like her like that, which means she knows that she can use you however she wants to use you.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You feel what I mean?
Yeah. So I should just, get what I want from it, but don't expect anything.
Keep smashing if you want. I'm just letting you know, understand where you stand. So now
what it is
when she starts resisting, when she starts acting funny, when she starts giving you drama and all this other stuff, don't act surprised. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta understand that.
I mean, it seems like she hasn't said it, but I feel like she's falling in love with me.
Oh my.
But maybe she's just pretending.
Y'all niggas, listen, caller. You need to take your ass to shoplocario.com right now and get master. You need to get this. You need this like you need oxygen, nigga. Stop. What are you talking? What makes you think she's falling in love with you?
It's just everything. Like the way she looks at me, she'll stare at me and she'll say, "I just appreciate you so much," And
y'all niggas love being played with. Well, listen, caller. Good luck on that. Let me know how all that turns out for you, and hit me back on the back end, fam. All right.
I appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. Locario.
Man, y'all motherfuckers are wild. Hold on. Let's shout out to my dude Steve. He said turn my back on him. That's a fact. Y'all calling like crazy. Yo, 913, what's popping? Who this?
Hey, how's it going, Locario? This is Zane calling from Kansas City. I was wondering the free call was still available.
You got the last free call. What's going on?
All right, Mr. Locario. So I've been kind of a student of the game since like when I was in high school, back when I graduated, like 2012. I've seen kind of the evolution happen from like the pickup culture to, more of the red pill. Now we're kind of at the black pill. I'm 30 now. And while I still get, a good amount of positive reception in terms of going out cold approaching, I'm just beginning to notice like the Tinder and the online game, especially in like the smaller towns in the Midwest, has just gotten super, super tough. Now I'm at, an age where I'm beginning to notice when I play around with my profile, and I've done, some alterings and editing of my face and everything like that on those photos, and I've been able to get more and more matches. So to your point on terms of like looks don't matter and things like that, like, is there any advice on what you could give to not have somebody fall into the trap of, or just somewhat of a truth of, hey, looks are the most important thing when it comes to approaching and dating?
All right, let me ask you a question. So where do you live?
KC, Kansas City.
Kansas City. Okay, so how often are you using the apps?
Every day.
Every day? For how long?
For years.
No,
I've been
I mean
on the
like,
apps since,
no, I mean like how, like an hour, 10 minutes? What are you doing?
I would say a good amount. Like, if I were to do the math, I would say about an hour.
An hour.
Every day.
So hour day, 7 days a week.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? Read me your Tinder bio.
Okay. Give me just a moment.
Yeah, and read it word for word. Don't change nothing. Say
No, I won't. You, me, and a bottle of organic whipped cream. I'll explain the rest in parentheses. I provide a space safe for you to be free, express yourself authentically, and explore things you can only dream about. I'm a busy, goal-oriented man, and I'm selective as to who I allow in my life, but if I choose you, experiencing me will 100% change your life for the better, even if it's for a short-term situation.
Okay, so now what are you looking for to happen on the date when you meet the woman?
Well, I kind of follow your whole thing of like, you know, knowing what real attraction is. If she's not highly sexually attracted to you, I've got a 2-date rule. If she's not down to fuck with me by the second date, then, you know, I kind of kick her to the curb.
Right. So when you match with the girls, what do you message them?
I vary it up. So depending on my mood, and depending on where my energy is at, I sometimes just message them their name or something about their profile, and it kind of builds a little bit more curiosity. My go-to line is, "Hey, do you know what you're missing in your pictures?" And they say, "What?" "Me with my arms around you, name." Right. So I kind of go with that route, and it works fairly well. Like, it works in the beginning stages, but you know, in terms of just closing the date and things like that, that's always really tough. Like, it gets
so then if you're saying that you want to do something sexual with the woman, right? Read me the part about the bio that implies sex.
You, me, and a bottle of organic whipped cream.
That's it? That implies sex?
Yeah, it implies fun. It implies fun and sex. Yeah.
Okay, and so why do you think you're having an issue? Because if you say you're implying sex and you meet the women and you're flirting with them, shouldn't sex happen? Like, what's the issue?
And that's why I'm calling, is because in my opinion, or what I think goes on in my head, if I was to inference what exactly a woman does, because I really don't, you know, waste too much of my time thinking about what women do. But if I were to guess, it's probably because she's found some other guy that's better looking than me and has better pictures.
So now let me ask you a question. If a woman has to choose between two guys, right? And she has to choose between a confident dude and an insecure dude, which guy would you think she's going to choose?
Whoever's got the better looks, to be honest. On a dating app, yeah.
No. I didn't say about the looks. I'm just talking about confidence and insecurity. If she has to choose between a confident guy and an insecure guy, right? Okay. So now, do you sound confident talking about other guys' looks?
Not at the moment. No, absolutely not.
So
But
this is what I'm saying. So what I'm saying, there's a disconnect between what you're saying and who you appear to be. You understand what I'm saying? So, because when you read your bio is actually not that bad. It's actually not a bad bio. I would change a few things, but that's something, you know, I can't tell you what I would change because, you know, you got to get compensation for that. But what I'm saying is that the problem is that you can, the person who is sexually attractive and sexually appealing can't also be the same person who's like, man, some other guy who's better looking than me is probably taking all the women. That can't be the same guy. You understand what I'm saying? And so what I'm saying is that thought you have about other guys being better looking than you and you not being as good looking or whatever, that's an insecurity. And what I'm saying is insecurity is not sexy. So if insecurity is not sexy, of course you're going to have an issue, you know, getting sex and making shit happen with women. Do you see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying, like Miles says, your language exposes you. Why are you coming to the conclusion that you're having problems because of your looks if you're actually getting women, then what's the problem then? Because it sounds like you're saying, well, I do this and this works. So if it works, what's the actual problem? Like, what's going on?
Well, the problem is that I've edited my photos to remove blemishes, aging on my face, and things of that nature to be able to like enhance my photos. And that's kind of the thing that I'm going off of. That was my main question, is like, I've seen the difference of me getting almost no matches with some of the photos that I used to do earlier.
So wait. So are you catfishing chicks?
No, definitely not. It's
So
just the same way girls use filters on their photos.
So then what's the difference? You're the same guy they meet, right?
I am, yes, but that's where sometimes the disconnect happens, is where like, okay, like my face is a little bit darker in real life than it is in some photos. Like where the light comes in and it shines on your face, it gives a different hue of coloration.
You black?
Sometimes,
are
like,
you black?
Hold on, 1 second before. Let me just finish. I've done this. And
Are you black?
No.
Okay, so you're a white dude.
No, I'm Indian.
Okay, so you're Indian. So what do you mean that your pictures look lighter?
I'll explain it. So I was texting this girl back and forth. Just gonna give an example. She was sending me nudes and like very like sexually charged conversation. And then she's like, I really need to know what to expect. And then I sent her a photo of me like unedited, unfiltered with a gym selfie. And that's when she just went completely cold.
So wait, so this is a chick that you matched with on a dating app?
Yes, I matched with her on a dating app. I took her number.
Right. Okay. So didn't she already see your pictures?
She saw my pictures on Tinder. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then we texted back and forth. Conversation got sexually charged. I went ahead and gave a photo that wasn't as professionally done, like just a regular selfie of mine. Like in my professional photos, I look really good, but like in my selfies, I just don't. To me, and you can call it insecurity or whatever, but like to me, it doesn't feel as good as the photo this is the thing. I would be putting on a dating profile.
I gotta see your pictures because I feel like you're catfishing, fam. I feel like you're doing something to your pictures that make you not look like how you actually look. You understand what I'm saying? Because there ain't no way where all of a sudden it's just like this drastic. So let me ask you a question. So women match with you on the apps. You message them. Have you went out on dates with any of these women?
Yes.
Okay, how many women have you went out with in the last 6 months? Since the beginning of this year, January, how many women have you matched with and went out with?
I've matched with hundreds, and I've only been able to take 2 out.
So only 2 in 6 months?
No, I mean it's June, or I'm sorry, only 2 in 6 months.
Okay, so then what's happening with you setting up the dates? What's the issue?
I mean, I set up the dates and then we get on a phone call. I tell them exactly what I want to do, like how I want to make it happen. I tell them like, hey, if the vibe's right, I'm going to take you back and I'm going to fuck the shit out of you. And then they're really excited at the beginning. And then I go ahead.
Okay, so where's this I'm going to fuck the shit out of you shit on your profile?
It's not. I usually save it for the phone call.
So you're presenting one thing on the app and then you say something different on the phone, yes?
Well, I can't say those things on the app in fear of getting banned. Like these apps don't.
Guys, this is why I tell y'all to go to shoplocario.com and get the online dating consultation so you know how to do this correctly. So what I'm saying is you're in a situation where you're talking to these women. They may think it's one thing and you get on the phone and say something else. That's one. Now, 2, let me ask you this. The 2 girls you went out on a date with, what happened?
Both of them were like pretty interested in me. The first one showed a little bit of like apprehensiveness coming back to my place, but she eventually did come. And then she wanted to go ahead and have sex. And after the first couple, times we saw each other, it just kind of fizzled out.
Okay, what happened with the other girl?
This girl number 2. So girl number 2, I ended up going ahead and matching with her on the app. We went ahead and met up, same bar, same place. And then, you know, I went ahead and told her, hey, this is kind of what I'm about. Like, just beginning to get to know you, talk at the date. Then she kind of was just like, hey, like, I've had a good date, but I'm just getting really tired and I want to go home. So at some point there was something that got messed up. So
yeah, see,
that
Colin,
date,
this is the thing. You definitely need some coaching, fam, because I need to see your pictures and I needed to see these fucking messages that you send in. And we need to talk about what you're talking to these women on. Because my thing is, why are you even talking to these women on the phone? Why don't you just set the date and meet them on a date?
Because I want to be able to not waste time and then eventually just get them to my place. Like,
But caller,
yeah.
Why would you need to talk to her on the phone if your bio is telling her everything she needs to know about what's going to happen and your message to set up the date?
Well, I like to FaceTime them, just make sure like they look like what they look like and they know exactly what I look like, and then we go from there. Like, it just kind of breaks the ice a little bit. The jitters in the first place.
Well, Colin, listen, man, hit me on the back end, man, because we got to talk about this. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that you're what it sounds like is you have a problem with consistency. So it's either your pictures don't really look like you, the messages that you're sending don't match your bio, and the phone calls you have don't match what your profile is portraying. Does that make sense? You're all over the place.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, hit me up on the back end, man, and we'll talk about that. All right. So let's continue this. We got a whole nother video we need to get to, and the second video is worse than this video. But let's continue.
Where she's thinking about the situation, where she's worried, and she's going to see how you react to her pulling back. Is he going to still pursue me? Is he going to still want to talk to me? Is he going to freak out, or is he going to run away himself? Because if he's going to run away, this is probably not the guy for me. And as
again, a lot of guys think that women are testing them by pulling away and doing all these goofy games to see, oh, is he gonna leave me? Is he gonna, continue to pursue me? Does he really like me and all this other stuff? See, understand that when a woman likes you and wants you to like her, she doesn't pull back, she does more. You understand what I'm saying? Just like when you're in a relationship with your girl, right? Like, let's say you actually have a girlfriend and y'all been together for years, right? She doesn't want to see you less. You understand what I'm saying? She's like, oh, can we spend more time? Can I see you another day? Do you need to leave now? Like, they want to see you more. So all of this like thought of, oh man, she's going to pull back just to test. No, that's not how shit goes. But let's continue.
if he overreacts and he starts chasing me super hard, then he's probably still not the guy for me as well too. Okay. But the guy who reacts consistently, calmly, doesn't let it get him down, that's the kind of guy who's going to be successful. So I'll give you an example. The example I'll give is, with me and my own relationship. So, at the beginning, when my girlfriend was pulling away, she wasn't showing up to this, it was like a weekend trip, and she just never showed up. Right.
So he said his girl was pulling away because they had a weekend trip and she never showed up. Now, my question, because, he was just saying your girl, as in the girl you're dealing with. I want to know, was this weekend trip a trip with him and the girl as his girlfriend, or him and the girl as the girl he was just dating? You understand what I'm saying? Because first of all, if he's planning a weekend trip with a woman he's just dating, that's already fucking up. Because you shouldn't be having weekend trips with women you were just dating. Weekend trips are for girlfriends and wives. Weekend trips are for women that actually earned it. This is why you guys have to go to shoplocario.com and get master the vetting process. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if he's talking about this chick actually being his girlfriend and he set up a weekend trip and she just didn't show up, are we serious? You understand what I'm saying? Are we serious? But let's continue.
Right. She was texting me here and there, but she was working. Now, a lot of times guys would have been like, oh, well, they might have texted her something angry. Like, well, fine, if you're not going to show up, blah, blah, blah. Now, if I had sent that text, she probably would have been like, okay, maybe this isn't the right guy for me because he's overreacting. Or
so what I don't get is, why would you deal
with a woman who's being unresponsive, not showing up, doing all this other stuff, that's a wrap. We're done. We don't need to talk no more. You understand what I'm saying? This shit is crazy, but let's continue.
Maybe if I had just pulled away completely, she would have been like, all right, I guess he's not that interested. He doesn't want it that bad. I didn't do either of those things. I texted her, and when she didn't respond, I let it sit. I hit her up again later on within a reasonable amount of time.
So wait, so he texted her, she did. Her being unresponsive by texting her again. Okay, let's continue.
We talked normally, and then we found plans to do something the next week, right? I was patient. What happens with a lot of guys is when they first start to feel a woman pull away, is they start to panic and they start to either over text or they block her or remove themselves completely.
Yeah, or they stop fucking with her and get with a woman who actually respects them. But let's continue.
Either one of those things is going to get her to feel that this guy is not emotionally ready to deal with a woman like me. Because when you're in a relationship with a woman, spoiler alert, you guys, she's going to go through moods. She's going to have days where she don't feel that good. She's going to have emotional outbursts.
No. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. No. There's a thing where, of course, women are going to have moods. See, her mood does not give her an excuse to disrespect you. So a woman could feel however she feels. So if, let's say this is his girlfriend, they plan a trip, right? Because it sounded like he was planning a trip with her even before she was officially his girl. But let's just go with the example of that being his girlfriend, right? Let's say he plans a trip with her. She shouldn't be like, well, I'm just not show up because she's in a mood. No, your ass shows up. We go on the trip and you could be in a mood on the trip. That's fine. Be in the mood and then get over your mood and we continue doing what the fuck we do. You do not take action that is disrespectful based on you being in a mood. You understand what I'm saying? This is crazy, but let's continue.
And if you have two people that are overreacting, if you have two people that are being the feminine energy in the relationship, guess what's going to happen?
But see, that's what's so ironic, because him and the woman is being feminine, because he's being feminine by continuing to deal with the situation, right? With the woman is not responding to him and disrespecting him. He's chasing. Let's continue.
It's not going to work out. Okay. There's going to be fights. There's going to be a lot of conflict. She's going to be much less attracted to you in those circumstances. And this is not to say that guys can't have emotion, but it is to say that you can't freak out when she's freaking out. Two people can't freak out at the same time. So what you want to do is maintain that calm composure and then move forward as if things are going well, right? You don't want to be double, triple, or quadruple texting her. I think you can double text every now and then if you know how to do it. But
wait, double text every now and then if you know how to do it. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Double text every now and then if you know how to do it. What are we talking about? Let's continue.
But what you don't want to do is you don't want to blow up her phone all in one day. Be patient. Women are very patient for the decisions they make with men. And the reason why is because it's a big deal for them. Like I said, they're thinking.
So he's saying, be patient with her. No. See, a lot of guys fall into the idea of what they hear women say. So he's like, oh, women are very patient with the decision. It's like a big deal to them. Because earlier he was saying that some of these women they'll get with you because they're thinking about marrying you, right? And like I was saying earlier, is women, when they meet guys, is two categories. The guys I want to fuck now and the guys I don't want to fuck now. And the guys I don't want to fuck now usually are the guys that they look at as boyfriend material, husband material, so forth and so on, right? Now, what's interesting in his case is that he smashed the chick on the first date, but he started acting like a boyfriend immediately, inviting her to parties, going on fucking weekend trips and all this other stuff. He started acting like a boyfriend immediately. So what happens is that a lot of times when a woman sees you as boyfriend material, she'll hold off on the sex at first, right? Because she wants you to invest in her emotionally, get hooked so that you can wife her up, right? And in those situations, she may end up wanting to marry that guy, right? But this is the key to understand. That guy is usually not the guy that she is has high sexual attraction for. So when she has high sexual attraction for the other guy, she's having sex with him, but not necessarily looking at him as a boyfriend or husband. You see what I'm saying? Let's continue.
Thinking about things very far into the future. And if you have a week or 2 weeks where maybe you don't get to see her, or maybe her texting is a little bit slower, rather than you freaking out and thinking this is the end of the relationship, think about how is this going to play out long term? Okay, is she responding to me at all? Is she communicating to me at all with what's going on with her? Are we able to resolve this in the future? Those are the questions that you should be asking.
Well, what is there to resolve? Why would you need to resolve anything? Just pick a woman who is going to cooperate with you on a consistent basis. That is it. And see, this is why I had to come out with this program, Master the Vetting Process, because it teaches you how to vet women to see the ones who are going to be consistently cooperative with you over a period of time. You understand? But let's continue.
Yourself and ask yourself too, if this is a habit, maybe she disappears like this on the regular basis. And for some women, they pull back really hard. For instance, when Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox first started dating, she went on a freaking week-long trip to Europe, didn't touch her phone the entire time, didn't tell him she was going on that trip. I don't know about.
So now this is the funny part. He's saying that some women pull back for an extended period of time. Now he's using an example of Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox. Right? And listen what he's about to say.
But I probably wouldn't want to be with somebody who's doing that on the regular. Okay.
So he said, he's like, I wouldn't want to be with someone who's doing that on the regular. You know how that happens where somebody's doing that on a regular? It starts the first time they fucking do it. So if his girl, the girl he's dealing with, pulled back, you think she's not going to pull back in the future? This is what you guys, so these guys don't understand. Well, I don't know about you, but I don't want to, bro, you dealing with a woman who's doing this. Your girl is Megan Fox. What are we talking about? Let's continue.
Okay. And Megan Fox is the kind of woman who does that stuff, not irregularly. But if you want to date a girl like Megan Fox, that's the price you got to pay, I guess. You have to assess whether this relationship or whether this kind of pullback is all right with you. If you are super confident in your standing with this woman, would her behavior actually affect your life that much? Would it actually bother you that much? If you need someone to respond as soon as you send that message, or are you a little bit patient? If she's having a rough day or a rough...
I swear, these dudes love simping for the woman. Just be patient, bro. Maybe she's had a bad day. Maybe this, maybe that. Right? No, if I text a woman, doesn't mean she has to text me back literally in 2 seconds. But what I'm saying is that if I text a woman and I say, hey, let's meet up Friday, and I text her on Wednesday, and then I don't hear from her until Saturday, and she says, oh, I'm so sorry, I was busy, we're good. There's no patience. No, we're done. Fuck are we talking about? Let's continue.
Week, can you deal with that and not let it affect your week? That's the real question. And that's why women pull back, is because they're seeing if you can do that. And if you can't do that, then they won't be with you. Every woman gives you this test, and this is the test that I think every guy needs to learn how to pass.
No. See, and again, these guys are still in the whole, thought process of trying to pass women shit tests. Now, I'm gonna bring up another video of his, and this one is way worse. So I want to apologize in advance for what you're about to hear, because I only was able to listen to half of it because I was listening to it as I was getting on the stream just now. And so I didn't listen to the whole thing. I listened to about half of it. And I was like, I can't believe what I'm listening to. So let me bring up this other video real quick. Let's bring up the other video real quick. And now this video is called How I Got My Ex Back Using Slow Attraction. Now, remember, I want y'all to keep in mind the video we just saw about him talking about women pulling back and all this other stuff. Now, he's going to talk about how he got his ex back. So him and his ex, the girl I guess he was talking about in this video that was pulling back, how they broke up and then he got his ex back, right? But I want y'all to pay attention to what he's talking about in this video, because this video, I almost cried. I was like, a tear was coming down my face. Like I needed someone to hold me. How it just made me feel so vulnerable watching this. I was like, what are we talking about here? And now this is going to show you guys the ridiculousness of guys thinking that
when women pull back or when women are playing hard to get or giving these shit tests, it's like these guys fool themselves into thinking, oh, she's just doing that because she loves me and she's just, she's just testing me right now. Let's start this. Let's keep it going. Let's go with this. Yeah, this is insane.
How I got my girlfriend back using slow attraction. This is something that I wanted to talk about for a long time because it happened a while ago. Now, some of you maybe heard me talk about this in little ways before, but I'm going to be telling you the story about how I actually got her back using what's called slow attraction. You hear a lot of other dating coaches say you should never get back with your ex no matter what. I'm living proof that that's probably not true. We've been
yeah, you should never get back with your ex, but listen to you.
Together for 4 years. I know other people that have gotten married to someone who was their ex at one point. Breaking up and getting back together is a part of life. Now, I'm going to say this. Yes, a lot.
He said breaking up and getting back together is a part of life. See, I'm trying to let it play, but he just keeps saying things. And I'm like, oh, bro. Well, let's continue.
A lot of the time, you should not be trying to get back with your ex because there is a reason for that. So I'm going to tell you the process of what I went through and why it was successful in the end to be able to get back with somebody who had broken up with previously. So I'm going to tell you the whole story. It is a little bit painful, but I'm going to go through the points that I think are going to be relevant for you. So if you're going through this right now or you just want to know how to do it in general, this is going to be a great video for you guys. Okay. So the first thing is it happened 4 years ago. So this is back in like around 2021. So we've been going out for almost a year. Now during that time, we started encountering problems and we broke up. Now,
so he said they've been going out for a year. Around that time, they've been encountering problems and they broke up. Now, this is what I think he's saying. It sounds like he's saying that they met and then they were seeing each other for that year and then they broke up. So I don't know when he made her his girlfriend. I have no idea because it doesn't sound like he was with her for a long time and then they started being boyfriend and girlfriend for a year. It sounds like they met. And based on the video we saw earlier, it sounded like he said, they met, they hooked up on the first night, and then he invited her to a party and she ghosted him and all this other shit. Remember? So it seems like they were together for a year total, meaning he didn't vet her for a year. They were just together. And then they broke up. But let's continue.
breakup was not a good breakup, okay? It was actually a bad breakup. It was so bad that we stopped talking to each other. And then after that, I tried to initiate contact again. I tried to reach out. This is the first time that I had the inklings that I was like, I want to reach out. I want to talk to her. I miss her, blah, blah, blah. And it did not work. She responded, but she was not like, you could tell the fire was dead. There was nothing going on there. She was being very cold towards me. A lot of you guys will experience this if you're going through that. So that was the first thing. The second thing that happened was that she saw something. It was a social media post. I think I was with a girl or something like that. So I ended up getting unfollowed, and she basically refused to meet me. She refused to talk to me. She refused any sort of contact that I wanted to make with her.
So now, what's interesting is the context that we're also missing is why they stopped fucking with each other and what they were arguing about or whatever the issue was, right? But let's continue.
It's a deep depression for me. This is really where it started. Her before up here, when we first broke up, I was like, we fop up. I'm pretty sure we can get her back. Like, I do this for a living. This is going to be easy. But then after this happened, I was like, I don't know. I don't think that I can get her back right. This is where I started to have a lot of doubt.
So now, notice he's chasing this woman. He's like, I miss her. I want her. And he's hitting her up, but she's not really responding. Let's continue.
That I would be able to do it. And I think that's where the pain really sets in for a lot of guys. If you feel like you can get somebody back, if you feel like they're an option for you, you don't mourn them leaving so much. This is true for women, this is true for men. Now, women tend to usually move on a bit quicker. So she had already kind of like gone through a lot of the emotions that I was going to later experience later. So the deep depression happened. I was really anxious all the time. I was really sad. Now, I was going through some stuff with my business at the time that wasn't.
So let's understand this. So he was deeply depressed about breaking up with a woman he's been with for only a year. Let's continue.
Very good as well. So I had to deal with that. But I slept with a lot of women, okay? That's something that I did in the past, and I was like excited to get back to doing that. So I started to do it again. This did not help me get over her. So anyone who's thinking that sleeping with a ton of women is going to be the solution to your problem, you're going to get over her that way. You don't get over somebody by getting underneath somebody else. You get distracted by getting on top or underneath somebody else.
So this is the thing. You get over a chick by always being about yourself. You get over a woman by not making the game about women. You see what I'm saying? So he made the game about women and he's worried about her. He's still thinking about her. He's reaching out to her. So even though he's fucking other women while thinking about her. He's fucking other women in response to her not being there. So that's why he's feeling that way. See, this is what happens when you make the game about women. But let's continue.
Basically, if the woman is like, I guess if she's hot enough or if she's like, gets you excited enough, yeah, I can make you forget about it for a little bit. But then when it comes back,
see, and see, he told on himself right there. He said, if the woman is hot enough, right, that can make you forget about your girl or ex a little bit, right? So essentially what he's just saying is this: if your interest is high enough in the activity that you're doing, which means if you are focused on what you like to do, which means you're focused on yourself, then you're not going to give a fuck about the ex. What does that mean? That means when you make the game about you and not about women, then you're not going to have to go through this bullshit. But let's continue.
Or that person goes away, it hits even harder, which is why dating for a lot of people, most people give up on dating for a little bit, because during that time, what happens? They feel extra worse about a rejection. Like if a girl ghosts them, they feel even more horrible. That wasn't happening to me a lot, but what I noticed was that the connection that I wanted or that I missed, I wasn't getting from the women that I was just sleeping with. So then I reached out to talk. This probably was around 6 months after we had broken up. 6 months, I got no response. I sent a long message, you guys. I texted her, I was like, hey, there's some things I want to talk about. I've been thinking about, us a lot, blah, blah, blah. And, I know that, you've been doing your own thing, or I don't know if you're dating somebody, but I'd really like to meet up. Okay, it was something like that. No response.
So basically he's hitting her up saying, hey, I want to see you. I don't even know if you're dating anyone, but I want to meet up. Why? Why would you want to meet up if she's dating somebody? And then she still didn't respond to him. So notice he's saying 6 months is going by and she still hasn't responded to him. You know why she hasn't responded to him? Because she was seeing other dudes trying to see if it's going to work out with other guys. That's what happens. But because he's giving her all of this attention, she's like, he's my backup plan if shit doesn't work out with the other guys. You understand what I'm saying? But let's continue.
My long ass text message. I sent her another message after that to follow up. And I was basically like, look, no problem that you didn't want to meet. I totally get it. Hope you're doing well. Then I waited a month. Then at around 8 months since we had broken up, I was like, I'm going to go all in on this.
So he's been chasing this woman that he broke up with for 7 months. Like, is this, am I crazy? Like, maybe there's something wrong with me, but there ain't no way in hell that I'm hitting up a chick that I broke up with for 7 months. This can't be serious. But let's continue.
I'm going to try as hard as I can to get her back. I don't care if I look like a fool. I don't care if I look like an idiot. I don't care if my friends laugh at me or her friends laugh at me or she's showing, her text messages off. Oh, look at my ex. He's trying to get back with me, blah, blah, blah. I don't care because I'm going to try my best. So I had to go all in. And this is really where the slow attraction begins. All of this stuff didn't help.
You know what's crazy how he calls it attraction? It should be called slow settling. Not attraction, but let's continue.
The only thing that helped with all of this was it gave her time to forget about the pain that happened here, right when we broke up.
No. It gave her time to date other guys to see if she can get somebody that she felt was better than you. She probably couldn't because she was dating all the alpha males, the sexually attractive guys that just wanted to smash, right? And then what happened is that because she couldn't lock those guys down, she's like, let me go get back with my simp ex-boyfriend who keeps hitting me up. But let's continue.
When it's fresh, it's hard. It's hard to repair things when things are fresh. You got to give people some time to cool off. The initial message that I sent, a lot of people, when the message that they send, they go in with too much pressure. That's what this message was. She could tell I wanted a serious conversation. She could tell that I had some things on my mind. She could tell there was going to be a lot of pressure involved, a lot of old emotions that she may have already gotten over and wasn't experiencing anymore, and she didn't want to go back there. So that's why it was a challenge to get her out. My initial message had none of that. Okay, your initial message should be something easy, casual, and should probably make her smile. Whether she responds or not, you at least want to crack her up a little bit. We've been together for a year. We had good memories, some bad ones as well too, but the good memories is what I wanted her to focus on. When I texted her again, I was basically sending her a message about something that we used to play Scrabble together. So it was about Scrabble. I think it was playing a game or something, and I didn't ask for her to text me back. A lot of guys, they ask for something every time they message. You sound needy when you do that. When I text, the message is there. If you want to respond, great. If you don't, no big deal, right?
So this guy is really, really putting all his time, energy, and focus on getting shit popping with this woman. Shout out to Justin. He said this is a guy in how to become a more effective simtard.
This actually is going to make her want to respond and reach out to you more. But she ignored it. This is not always a bad thing.
Oh my, these dudes just be making up excuses for these women. Why? He said, I sent her this, she ignored it, but it's not a bad thing after she's been really ignoring you for 7 months. This is crazy. Guys, love yourselves, please. I beg you, love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, this is what you're going to be doing. Let's continue.
At the time, when I was going through this process, yes, I was very anxious. And so when I was going through this process, it really had to test my resistance, my perseverance, and really honestly had to test my skills as a dating coach, because there were plenty of people out there. I even hired a dating coach at this time. I hired a guy who was like, he specialized in breakups or whatever. I was like, well, let me get a second opinion on this. And then,
man, you should have hired me. You should have hired me, and I would have let you know what you need to do. This is ridiculous. You should have hired me, fam. Because if you would have hired me, I would have took you to shoplocario.com so that you can get this program, Master the Vetting Process, How to Succeed in Casual and Long-Term Relationships. So you ain't out here chasing women. You should have hired me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy. Yo, this is crazy.
And we crafted this response. This was not a good thing to do. Should have listened to my own gut. So I did this. I got ignored again. Did I give up at this point? No. I waited though. I waited, and then I gave her a call. I called, and miraculously, she picked up. My heart was, but I had the most normal conversation that I could muster at that time. And then I said, hey, I'm going to be in town. Would love to see you. Would love to get lunch or something. I'd like to apologize. There's some things that I want to tell you. If you're available, I'd love to take you out. And she said, sure. She said, all right, fine. So I thought that went probably as good as it could have gone, right? Well, then after that, I tried to confirm to try and get her back. She did not respond. She flaked on me.
Bruh. So he calls her. He says, let's go out for lunch and talk and all that. She says, cool. He confirms the date and she flakes. Listen. When Steve says, why do you hate yourself? I don't want to hear nothing from y'all niggas. That is the question y'all need. Why do you hate yourself? This is crazy.
She did this 3 times. So what I would do is I would call her. She would say, yeah, sure, like we can do that. And then come time to it, she would stop responding to me, and then she would not show up. I didn't actually show up to the place. I would confirm, and if she wouldn't text me back, I'm like, okay, it's not happening. And she did this 3 times to me.
He said she did it 3 times. What the fuck? Oh my God. So let's look at this. So they were together for a year. They broke up. For 7 months, he was chasing her, no response. Then he hits her up to say, hey, let's meet up. She says, cool. He confirms. She flakes 3 times. What are we talking about? This is crazy.
Most of my friends, I think I had a therapist at this time. And I also had a couple other people that, like mentors and stuff, that were telling me about it. A lot of them told me not to do this. A lot of them told me this was a waste of time. A lot of them told me to give up.
They were right. You should have listened to those people. They were right. Listen to your friends, man. Let's continue.
Did not listen to any of them. I did what I wanted to do. Either at this point, one or two things is going to happen. And I say this, and hopefully this video doesn't get demonetized, but I was like, she's either going to meet up with me or she's going to call the cops. I was prepared.
Either she's gonna meet up with me or she's gonna call the cops. What are we doing? What are we doing? Listen. Oh my, guys. Do you see why you need game? Do you see why niggas need to learn game? Like, what is going on here? This is crazy, but let's continue.
Prepared to go down in flames. I did not care. And really, at the end of the day, most of y'all are too afraid about looking stupid. Most of y'all are too afraid of looking cringe.
No, it's just we actually love ourselves and we are not going to chase a woman who's ignoring us. What are we talking about here?
Most people watching this video are too afraid to look needy or like a simp. I did not care. If she wanted to think I was a simp, okay, then I guess we're not getting back together. My life doesn't change. If she wants to show her friends all the text messages I'm sending her, which, by the way, I'll probably bring it up. Hopefully I can bring it up in this window. Just how bad the text messages were. It was like all blue. You know, you would scroll. It was like all my messages and like none of hers.
Oh my, he said it was all my messages and none of hers. So he was double, triple, quadruple. What's after quadruple? Texting, yo. Hey, yo. Listen, man, I appreciate that he put this video up, man. Listen, if me and him was friends and he uploaded this to YouTube and put it on unlisted and sent it to me and said, hey, Locario, should I publish this video? I'd be like, nigga, fuck no. Don't put this video up. This is ridiculous. Don't do this. Well, let's continue.
This 3 times. On the 3rd time, she finally showed up, but she canceled on me the day before.
Oh my God. So nigga said she canceled the day before. So like, oh my God, I can't. Exactly. It's a quintuple texting. Yo, this is wild, man. This is wild.
It's like, listen, I can't make it today, but I'll make it tomorrow. I promise I'll be there. I knew I was in pretty good standing at that point. I wasn't pushy, but if she decided to not meet up with me after that 3rd time, I'm like, look, I've tried enough times to get her out and she clearly doesn't want to. So I had a note that I was going to give her, said that, hey, you know, wanted to see us trying together, but it looks like you've moved on. I wish you the best. And then I wasn't going to contact her after that. When we met up, I knew exactly what I was going to say at that point. We had issues. When we broke up, I thought about that and I brought those issues up and I told him I had been doing work on those issues.
See, I want to know what are these issues that he had? I hope, because at this point I didn't see the rest of this video. So I'm hoping he explains what the specific issues were that caused them to break up, because that also matters in the entire situation. But let's continue.
But for the most part, we were just catching up. It was an easy conversation, try to make it as relaxed as possible. I was coming at it as a friend. Every woman I've ever dated seriously, I've been a friend to them first. And that's really what you got to be as well, too. You got to do what's best for yourself, but at the end of the day, you got to be a friend to them, too. And
are we serious? Now we got to be friends with the women we're dating? What? What are we talking about? What are we talking about, man? We gotta be friends with her? Are we serious? Now let me ask you a question. Would your friend ignore you for 7 months? Would your friend agree to meet you and then fucking flake on you 3 times? What are we talking about, man? What are we talking about? Let's continue.
And if women know that you cannot see them as a friend, you only see them as someone who's like going to be a romantic partner or nothing, doesn't genuinely support them, doesn't genuinely want them to be happy, they will not want to be a part of your life.
we can't. This can't be serious. Yo, listen, it's shit like this that make. Listen, I'm gonna have to raise my prices. Y'all gotta listen, y'all. Yo, I'm gonna have to raise my prices, man. This is crazy. Oh my God. Let's continue.
Any smart person wouldn't. But as soon as you show that you genuinely want the best for that person and you're putting your best foot forward and you're working on things, you dated. That means there's attraction there. You were together. That means you have a connection. There's a lot of great things going on.
That does not mean that just because you dated somebody, right, and you spend time with them, doesn't mean there's a connection, doesn't mean she respects you, doesn't mean she even likes you. Come on, guys, you have to understand. This is why I tell you guys, you have to learn to vet. Because when you vet, you're going to actually see if the woman is actually interested in you or not. Because a woman could be there, because he said they were arguing or they were going back and forth and they broke up and all this other stuff. So obviously there was something going on that was wrong in this situation. So what are we talking about? Well, let's continue.
A lot of people get back together with their ex. Now, most of these fail because they don't know what they're doing and they get back for the wrong reasons. But if you follow this format, it generally leads into that direction where it will bring you a long-term relationship, if that's what you want. And you really got to be about it. So
wait, so you trying to tell me you want a long-term relationship with a girl who was in, like you said in another video, ghosted you, is pulling back, who ignores you for 7 months? You understand what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about?
I wrote down, I came up with everything that I was going to say at this time. She saw that, and I didn't ask to get back together with her at that point. Too many people want to jump right back in. Well, you have to understand, there's a reason it's called slow attraction here.
So he chased her for, damn near half a year just to not make something happen or get back with her. I'm gonna slow it down now. Now you want to slow it down? What are we talking about, man? Yo, listen, I'll give him this. He should have a course. He should turn this into a course of like called How to Wear a Woman Down. This is masterful wearing down a woman material. Masterful. I'll give him that. This is like top-notch wearing a woman down, masterful material. But let's continue.
Here, it's because it works slowly. Women are not impatient about getting back together. Women are not impatient about dating in general. They like to take their time and be careful. Rushing.
She's like, I didn't get back to you for 7 months. I was trying to take my time. Exactly. That should be the title. How to get her to settle for you. That's a fact. That'll be a perfect title for his program. He said you should change it from slow attraction to game goofy attraction. This is crazy. This is crazy. See, and this is the thing. What most guys will think is he probably thought she was chilling at home, hanging out, reading the Bible, waiting for him. And she was just so hurt. And that's why it took her so long to get back to him. And she was just really hurt and she couldn't face him. That's why she flaked all those other times. It's like, no, she's doing her other thing and she got you in the back pocket. You understand what I'm saying? Crazy, but let's continue.
Rushing back into things usually lets them get hurt. Men like to rush back into things because then we have all the power, right? Quicker things happen, the more power we got. But women don't like that. Okay, so I was very conscious of that. I was prepared not to get laid for a little bit.
Oh my God, what are we talking? What? No. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Brother,
He said, I was prepared to not get laid for a while. What did we? Oh, no. This is horrible. This is, listen, I got to eat a steak after hearing this shit.
I wasn't going to push for it. And luckily I didn't, because if I had, that probably would have pushed her away, right? So
he said, if I would have pushed for sex or tried to get sex, I would have pushed her away. So if having sex with her pushes her away, why would you want to be with her? Why would you want to be with a woman if sex is something that will push her away? I like, why?
we continued this process. All I asked for her at that time was if we could keep a dialogue open. Wasn't asking to get back together with her. I was just hoping we could talk.
So are we being disingenuous here? Because he's trying to get back with her clearly. Now he's like, let's just keep a dialogue open. So do you want to keep a dialogue open, or are you trying to get back with her? Like, what are we talking about here?
Keep talking or keep texting. And from this point, that's where it really started to, I knew after that meeting, not only did I have a shot, but I had a pretty good shot if I didn't fuck it up. This was not the end of it. It took 4 months from that point for us to get back into a relationship.
Oh my God. I want to know what was happening in them 4 months.
At this time, because of the stuff that I had done, which, I will probably get into at some point, but if you've messed up or if she's really wanted to get away from you, it's been something you've done or something you weren't doing. Maybe you're being lazy or not ambitious, or she just didn't see the future that she wanted with you. You have to show her that that's going to be different at this time. You have to show her that you're actually doing stuff, but she can't know that you're doing that stuff until she sees you over an extended period of time. A lot of you are probably watching this and you're thinking, oh man, this sounds like a lot of stuff. It should be. If you're going to get back together with somebody, you should not be taking this lightly. You shouldn't be getting back together with somebody because you just want to see if you can get her back. Most guys do this. Most guys just want to see if they still got it. Women do this shit too, by the way. And I have to coach guys to follow the same process, but don't immediately get back with them. There's a second thing that you need to take into.
So basically, he's mentally preparing himself to go through the bullshit. This is why he's basically chased her for damn near a year and was like, I'm prepared to not have sex, because he's put her on such a pedestal that he's willing to go through all this for her. This is crazy.
Do account as well too. Have you actually changed? Are things actually going to be different? And are you going to make the effort to make sure that they're different? If you had some commitment issues or whatever it was, a pornography addiction, are you actually doing the thing?
Commitment issues, pornography addiction. So this is the thing. See, I would love to know what he did, because then that would really clear a lot of things up.
To solve those. And the third thing is you got to give her time. You got to give her time. You got to be patient.
Listen, I'll say this. He's going to make an amazing husband, because he's already prepared to sleep on the couch. I already see it. He's already prepared to sleep on the couch. It's just crazy. It's like, listen, I'm being patient with her when she pulls back. I'm being patient with her by chasing her for a whole year. I'm gonna be patient with her while she flakes on me 3-4 times after I said, hey, let's get together. She agreed and she flaked on me 3 or 4 times. So do these guys think that this is going to stop now that you guys are together? Crazy.
Because if you do this over time, what that shows her, it shows her you're not eager. You're not trying to jump back in. A needy guy is eager. A needy guy needs this to happen. You cannot be the needy guy. You have.
The irony. He's like, don't be a needy guy. Just triple, quadruple, quintuple text her for 7 months. Don't be the needy guy, but allow her to flake on you multiple times and continue to see her. What are we talking about? This whole slow attraction is needy. Understand? Just say he wasn't wearing her down. She was wearing him down all long game. She knew what she was doing. She owns him now. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. He can't even sneeze in front of this woman. She's gonna look at him like, what are you doing? He's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to sneeze. I apologize. He can't do nothing now. Listen, he might as well marry her, put a ring on it right now, have 3, 4, 5 kids, and call it a day.
Call it a day. Nah, and that's the thing. Like, she's sitting there like, this guy he wants me so bad. He's chasing me. I got this motherfucker. Oh, I got this motherfucker. And what's going to happen is that she's going to feel entitled in the situation. You understand? It's crazy. Let's continue.
Have to be the guy that wants it, but he's prepared to wait. And the other thing too, at a certain point in time, this is a kind of tricky thing, but she has to know that she can lose. You're coming back, but you won't be back forever. If she just knows that you're always going to be there and you're always going to be pursuing her and it's always going to be like this, maybe she doesn't do it.
What? So wait, he's like, she has to think she can lose you? Why would she think she can lose you when you've been chasing her for damn near a year? What are we talking about?
Has to be able to respect you as a man and know that you're going to get a woman probably as good as her, maybe better.
How? If you could get a woman like her or better, you wouldn't be chasing her. What? She has to know that you can get a woman as good as her or even better. But if you could, you wouldn't be talking to her. The fact that you're talking to her means you couldn't. Oh my God. Oh, like, listen, man, this is, oh my God. Oh my, I got a headache. I can't even, I can't. I'm just like, okay, this is almost finished because I can't take no more of this. This is insane.
If she doesn't come around, this is not a threat. This is not an encouragement for you to rush into things, but it is an encouragement for you to have options and be a guy who actually is attractive. You have to work on yourself through this process. And the way you show it is by not being eager, by showing continual interest, by showing her that you solve the problems. And then on top of that, leading. You got to lead the process through this. If you don't, if you leave it up to her, people who do the no contact thing and then just like hope she's going to message them, how's that working out for you guys? You might get a message, but where does it lead? And most people don't get the message. 4 months later, after doing this process continuously, we were back together and everything was great. Now, obviously, there is more to this story than I'm telling, but hopefully you've seen that slow attraction. When you guys have broken up, it does work. Now, most situations when I coach guys through this, I don't know if they should be getting back together with their ex. Either not enough time has passed, they want it for the wrong reasons, or they're just doing it because they feel really bad and they want to get rid of this bad feeling. You have to be thinking higher than that. And if you truly want this, it's a lot more possible than you think. Too many guys give up too easily. If this story was at all inspirational to you, if you want more information about it, you can reach out to me or a member of my team. We can talk about it. But
oh my goodness. All right, that's enough. That's Jesus Christ. Wow. This is yo. I can't believe what I just saw. This is fucking insane. But guys, see, this is man. I'm just like, I couldn't believe, listen, because remember, I only saw half the video. So I was watching it live with y'all for the second half of the video. And so I'm like, what was going on? He said, yeah, I got to turn my back on this, man. I got to turn my back all the way back because this is crazy. This is crazy. This is insane. Hold on, I'm fucking my whole shit up right now. Fucking my whole shit up because I had to turn my back on these niggas. This is insane. It's fucking insane. I'm so flabbergasted right now. Yo, that's crazy, man. Crazy. But anyway, woo. All right. So guys, listen, we about to wrap this shit up, man. But again, this is why I tell you guys, man, you got to make sure that you get the Master the Vetting Process program. Go to shop Locario.com to get Master the Vetting Process program. It is
at a discount price up until June 30th. You understand? June 30th. It is at a discount price till June 30th. So make sure you guys go to shoplocario.com, get your copy today, and make that shit crack. You understand what I'm saying? So you get at the low price till June 30th. And also make sure you guys tune in tomorrow for the Real Game No Theory show. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys tune into that. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. I'm about to head up out of here, and I will holler at you guys later. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm going. I'm out. Listen, ask me if I care. I promise I don't care. She told me that she got hurt in the past. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm thinking, what's up with all of that ass? I ain't tricking, bitch, don't ask me about cash. Why these hoes be telling me all they problems? I ain't saving them, ain't my fault they got them. I can't solve them and I could never stop them. All I'm concerned with is hitting the bottom. She got scarred in her life, I don't care about her life. She got scarred in her life, I don't care about her life. This girl's looking for a listening ear. Don't she notice that I really don't care? I'm a man, she should go choose the bear. I'll explain to her that life isn't fair. Why you wanna talk to me about your life? I'm just trying to hit, I don't want a wife. You lie saying you want somebody nice. He has your back, you stab his with a knife. You be wanting your friends to be men. You know you don't care about none of them. Or I should say they don't care about you. They only there cause they hoping to screw. You saying guys only want one thing. You frontin' as if you don't want flings. You want the guy with dough, you want bling. Now you wanna be a queen, you want kings. Why you trying to search for a gentleman? Do you think that's how you will get a man? You don't understand, so you won't get a man. I don't want to talk, I am not Letterman. She got scarred in her life, I don't care about her life. She got scarred in her life, I don't care about her life. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. She's got scarred in her life. I don't care about her life. She got scarred in her life. I don't care about her life. Step up your game and go to shoplocario.com. That is the place where you can get my books, audio, and video programs in one place. All you got to do is type in shoplocario.com and step up your game today. Game Kings 2, The Definition of Man, is out right now. Click the link below or go straight to masculineidentity.com to get your copy today. Click the links below to get private one-on-one coaching sessions with Mr. Locario or Miles Cunningham to step up your game. These coaching sessions are designed to help you with your specific needs in the dating game. So make sure you click the links below right now so that you can step up your game today. Now, before you go, click the link below and go to badboymembership.com. Now, badboymembership.com is a place where you go to get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Listen, I know you're tired of being rejected. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of being afraid to approach women. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of not getting the women that you want. Go to badboymembership.com. Listen, I know you're tired of being alone on a Friday night. Go to badboymembership.com. Now picture this. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com, follow the steps, learn the game, implement the game, and then you will get the woman you want. Make sure you go to badboymembership.com today. Click the link below. Click the link below or go straight to MrLocario.com to get the documentary Game Kings, The Definition of Game.
Because Locario, in my opinion, it's the best dating coach on YouTube or whatever the fuck. Everything he says, ambulance. Everything he says, I have nothing against him. I have no contradiction. Everything he says, I say, yeah, it's this guy, it's on point, you know.